There are specific diet and lifestyle measures that you can do right away to work on lowering inflammation in your body and reducing anti-thyroid antibodies. Hi, if you have Hashimoto's, this video is for you. My name is Sarah Peternell, and I'm the owner of Family Nutrition Services in Denver, Colorado, and I'm also the creator of the 30-day online program called Nourished and Renewed with Hashimoto's. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and thanks for watching. Today, I want to address kind of a follow-up to another video that I have that's really all about the truth that you can reverse the autoimmune process in your body, and you can lower inflammation and you can lower antibodies. I do get questions about this a lot, and my own story and my own life is proof that it's possible. I've worked with dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of Hashimoto's clients in my nutrition practice here in Denver to help them do the same thing. But everyone is unique, and there is really no one-size-fits-all approach to healing your thyroid. What I do know is that there are specific dietary and lifestyle measures that you can start to do right away so you can feel your best and you can rewire your immune system while simultaneously healing your thyroid. So I want to jump into some of those tips right now. The first thing is the autoimmune inflammatory process is not just affecting your thyroid, it's affecting your entire body. In fact, it's affecting the thyroid hormone receptor sites on every single one of your trillions of cells. So if you have systemic inflammation, we really want to focus on a whole body, holistic approach to lowering inflammation. And the first lifestyle approach that I would recommend is doing something like a daily meditation or yoga practice. One of the things that triggers inflammation and exacerbates the autoimmune response in the body is stress. And so sometimes even regular exercises like cardio, running, cycling, high intensity workouts, these can actually be perceived as more stress for the body. So what happens is you get the endorphins from your workout and you feel good afterwards, but the long-term effects are elevated cortisol and increased inflammation. It's okay to do some rigorous exercise if you have Hashimoto's, but you want to counterbalance that with a gentle, more healing and therapeutic exercise, as well as the mind-body component that you can find in something like yoga. I actually have my yoga clothes on right now because I'm about to go do my weekly yoga practice. It's been something that's been a part of my whole healing regimen for nearly 30 years. All right, so the second thing that I wanted to mention is to lower systemic inflammation. If you have Hashimoto's, you need to change your diet. And if there's only one thing that you can do, it's to stop eating gluten. I swear. I have other videos on this. In fact, why you should give up gluten if you have Hashimoto's is probably my most watched video here on YouTube. There's a reason for that. Research and top endocrinologists and family doctors and most medical experts agree. The link is so strong between avoiding gluten and healing the thyroid that we now know that it is one of the first-line therapies for people who are newly diagnosed with Hashimoto's to stop eating gluten right away and adopt a gluten-free lifestyle, or for those of you who've been diagnosed with Hashimoto's for a while and maybe are not seeing the benefits of your medication, maybe still have symptoms, or maybe are still working with your doctor to continue to find the right balance, the right dose, and the right approach to your medical treatment, giving up gluten can have immediate and profound effects. So changing your diet by stopping the consumption of gluten-containing foods is really important. But there are some other things you can do for your diet. Definitely eating more vegetables. I know this sounds so basic, but the nutrition that we get from plant-based foods are the most abundant in the phytonutrients and in all of the what I like to call magic of foods that we can't get anywhere else, not even from a supplement. especially leafy greens. They are abundant in the minerals that our body needs to help not only manufacture proper thyroid hormone, to help us utilize supplemental medication thyroid hormone, and also to convert it to the active hormone that we know as free T3, but also to heal and wake up and allow all of those thyroid receptor sites within our entire body on each of our trillions of cells to function properly. We need to be nourishing our bodies at the cellular level. So what does that look like? Well, definitely adding green leafy vegetables like kale and romaine and dandelion greens. These types of foods are rich in the minerals magnesium and calcium, B vitamins, vitamin C, and many, many more. They're high in the antioxidants that we call polyphenols, and they help, in many cases, to regulate blood sugar levels, which we know plays a huge role in the healthful conversion of T4 to T3. Also, polyphenols have been shown in research to prevent the development of cancerous cells and even improve heart health. So adding green leafy vegetables to every meal that you eat, even if it's just incorporating them into a smoothie or juicing them or mixing them into a soup or having a big salad, this can help to ensure that you are getting the nutrition that you need from food. So I just mentioned magnesium. I have some other information both on my website and in my videos about the role that magnesium plays in the overall health of your body, but also the health of your thyroid. Magnesium is really important for achieving total health. It helps to reduce inflammation. It helps to improve cardiovascular health. It helps with regulating blood sugar. It helps with blood flow. It can help you reduce stress, and so on and so forth. One of the most important things is that it helps with brain function. So for individuals who maybe are suffering with some of the cognitive, memory, mood, or brain fog issues that are related to Hashimoto's, you want to take magnesium because it can help to lower that inflammation that's in the brain causing some of those symptoms. Magnesium supplements are definitely something that you can take to ensure that you're getting enough, because it's hard to get a therapeutic dose of magnesium in your diet, even if you are eating things like leafy greens. Okay, what's next? Well, one of the things that we know for sure is that avoiding sugar and refined carbohydrates, like those found in processed sweets, is one of the ways that we can lower systemic inflammation. Sugar basically increases inflammation throughout the body because it dysregulates our blood sugar and insulin. Not to mention, it can contribute to weight gain, and it can also interfere with your immune system's proper functioning. One of the things that I like to say about sugar is that it's kind of a negative nutrient. It offers nothing, and yet it requires so much from our nutritional stores to help us process and get rid of the sugar that we don't use as fuel. The average American consumes far more sugar than they need. And this imbalance in the diet is one of the things that's leading to more of the systemic inflammation, as well as cardiovascular inflammation and immune system dysregulation. Another thing that you can do to help promote anti-inflammatory properties within your body is to consume more omega-3 rich healthy fats in your diet, primarily from plant-based sources. Of course, I like to recommend avocados and olives and olive oil and nuts and seeds, but also consuming wild-caught fatty fish once or twice a week is a great way to increase your dietary intake. Taking a supplement in the form of a high-quality fish oil or even a flaxseed oil can also be very beneficial. All right, another thing that is really important in lowering inflammation is getting enough vitamin D from the sunshine. So during the cooler, winter months, especially if you live in the United States or in the North Hemisphere, is that we don't often get enough of the sun's rays to help us convert the UVA, UVB rays that we need into the melanocytes in our skin that help to produce the pro-hormone vitamin D3. I have another video about vitamin D, and you can watch that one to get more information. But Studies show that having adequate levels of vitamin D in our bodies help to lower inflammation and may help to rewire the wonky immune system that contributes to elevated antibodies against the thyroid. Finally, if your weight has been an issue for you, I would like for you to start focusing on the ways in which you can regulate caloric intake and also incorporate exercise, focus on portion control, and work with your qualified healthcare provider or your holistic nutritionist to lower your weight, because an increased weight is increased with not only more problems with hypothyroidism as a result of Hashimoto's, but also reduced thyroid hormone conversion from T4 to T3 and a slowed metabolism and slowed thermoregulation, which can make a lot of those symptoms of your Hashimoto's feel even worse. Research shows us that overweight people have increased inflammation levels and are at a higher risk of so many of the comorbidities of autoimmune disease. So today I've shared with you just a few of my top tips for lowering systemic inflammation in your body and working holistically, things you can do right away today to start to decrease the autoimmune or anti-thyroid antibodies that are associated with Hashimoto's disease. Thank you so much for tuning in to my show today for my channel. You can always hit the subscribe, like, share, and notifications bell so you get more videos just like this one. I'm off to yoga. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.